Hello everyone, and welcome to my Royal Family Politics channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The 39-year-old Duke of Sussex lost his High Court case on Wednesday after complaining he was at a greater risk than Princess Diana. The Home Office was brought into the case. After leaving the firm and leaving the UK in 2020, he claimed that neither he nor his wife Meghan had been receiving the same degree of security. The royal claimed that when security was relaxed, he was unable to return to Britain because it is too dangerous, due to worries for the safety of his family, which included children Archie and Lilibet. Since then, it has come to light in a 52-page ruling that Harry requested to know which government official rejected his £1 million proposal. He is quoted in the documents as saying, "I would like that person's name." Harry stated in a February 2020 letter to then Cabinet Secretary Sir Mark Sedwill that he was curious as to who would be willing to place his family in a situation of extreme vulnerability and risk. Harry wrote, "Today, with greater risk, as mentioned above, with the additional layers of racism and extremism, someone is comfortable taking accountability for what could happen. 23 years ago, no one would have put my mother in such a situation. I would like that person's name who is willing to take accountability for this choice, please." After a judge determined there was no unlawfulness in the taxpayer-funded decision to remove his bodyguards, he has now promised to fight the ruling. It follows Harry's admission in his biography Spare that he killed 25 Taliban militants. After it was released, Al-Qaeda began to threaten the Duke, who was serving with the British Army in Afghanistan. In the book, Harry disclosed that during his second tour in 2012, he piloted his Apache assault helicopter on 6 flights, killing the fighters. Harry was a member of a British army that, after the terror group was driven from power in 2001, was assisting a global coalition in fighting back. Harry later acknowledged that the death threats were a contributing factor in his desire for increased protection. A government document stated, in light of various matters, including that he was the son of King Charles III, a brother of the Prince of Wales, and that Al-Qaeda had recently called for the claimant to be killed. According to Harry, one advantage of technology in the military was that I could always say precisely how many combatants I'd killed. Thus, his number is 25. I didn't feel satisfied with that amount. It wasn't, however, a figure that filled me with guilt. Those 25 were not individuals to me amid the intensity and confusion of battle. I'd been brought up to otherize people. Harry said in his letter that he saw his victims more like chess pieces removed from the board than like actual people. Bodies eliminated before they could kill goodies, he continued. Officials in the brutal Afghan regime responded fiercely to his bombshell military assertions. Online, Anas Haqqani, a Taliban official, replied at the time, writing, "Mr. Harry. The people you slaughtered were people, not pieces of a chessboard. Humanity's history will not forget these tragedies." According to Taliban police spokesman Khalid Zadran, Afghans will never forget the killing of their innocent countrymen. Prince Harry will always be remembered in Helmand. When Prince Harry departed the royal family in 2020, the Home Office reduced his security. He bemoaned that, following his departure, he was being treated less favorably than other members of the royal family since the Home Office would not utilize public funds to hire bodyguards. That year, the Sussexes lost their round-the-clock protection. When he visited or remained at royal homes, he was given protection, but, if he wished to see acquaintances, he was on his own. The Duke fought to regain the round-the-clock protection, arguing that he couldn't travel to the UK without it. For his children, he also desired police protection. Criminals like Harry who boldly admit their crimes will be brought before the international community at the court table one day, together with the perpetrators of such atrocities. Harry was described as cruel and barbaric by Mr. Zadran. In May of last year, the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, RAVEC, and the Home Office were the targets of a lawsuit filed by Harry, which was heard by the High Court. The December hearing's conclusions were released on Wednesday and state, the court has determined that the judgment made on February 28, 2020, was not unconstitutional in any way. Any deviation from the rules was warranted. It was not an illogical decision. there was no procedural injustice that affected the decision. The court would be precluded from providing the claimant with redress even in the event that procedural injustice transpired. This is because, leaving aside any such unlawfulness, it is highly likely that the outcome for the claimant would not have been substantially different. It continued, the court has also found that there has been no unlawfulness on the part of Ravek in respect of its arrangements for certain of the claimant's visits to Great Britain, following the decision of February 28, 2020. Ravek's 2020 decision was deemed legally sound by Judge Sir Peter in his verdict. That evidence shows no irrationality or other unlawfulness, as regards the other VIP category, he stated. This is in response to Harry's attorney's December court declaration that the removal of his taxpayer-funded protection had been deemed unlawful and unfair. The Duke is not asking for preferential treatment, but for a fair and lawful application of Ravek's own rules, a legal representative for Harry stated. He is hoping the Court of Appeal will grant him justice. This week, the Duchess of Sussex took a plane to Powder Mountain's icy slopes from her and Prince Harry's £11 million California mansion. Meghan, 42, fled with her friends Heather Dorick and Kelly McKee-Zajfin, along with their families, as word spread that Harry had lost his High Court appeal, which had barred him from receiving security financed by British taxpayers. Although Dorick, the proprietor of a Pilates studio, and Zajfin, a former model, swept their husbands and kids off with them, it's unclear if the Duke, 39, Archie, and Lilibet were present. The three of them were pictured under the sun, snuggled up on top of the mountains in bulky coats, sunglasses, and beanie hats. Apparently beaming from ear to ear, the parents witnessed their children crush the slopes and had the most perfect trip. Dorick, the creator of Pilates Platinum, shared a ton of pictures from their trip on Instagram today. One photo in the set featured Meghan wearing an all-black ski suit and a long black puffer coat with matching accessories. Dorick posted, "What an amazing journey. My heart is overflowing." During the day, the children threw themselves from the slopes, while at night, the elders laughed till dawn. Very fortunate to be in love with our amazing pals. Zajfin also shared 9 photos from the vacation, calling the women friends that feel like family, and only featuring Meghan in one of them. "Beyond grateful for the best of friends," she exclaimed. "What a journey. Thank you is not even close to describing how this journey has made me feel in my heart. The love of adventure, quality family time, and belly laughs made our trip unforgettable. Here's to many more adventures with friends that feel like family and appreciating each day." Not long after she and Harry got married, Meghan removed all of her social media accounts. Dorick, a fitness enthusiast, did, however, frequently appear on Meghan's Instagram. It happens barely 2 weeks after the Sussexes spent time competing in the Invictus Games on the Whistler, Canada, slopes. Their visit served as a countdown to the 2025 Games, which will take place there. Wearing wool caps and snow boots, the couple joked and talked with groups of visually impaired athletes, sit-skiers, and standing skiers. As Meghan recorded her husband's attempts at sit-skiing, she was observed grinning and giggling. An official from Invictus saw the Duchess as she frustrated her husband's efforts on the hillsides. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.